I'm thrilled to share the news that Tiger will lead the design of a short course as part of our redevelopment of the Augusta Municipal Golf Course.
Augusta National just made a move so shocking, so unprecedented, that it's sending shockwaves through every corner of professional golf. For 93 years, the Masters has been an untouchable fortress, a club that moves at glacial speed, where even the smallest change takes decades of debate. But in one stunning announcement, they just tore up the rulebook, slammed the door on American fall tournaments, and handed the keys to 6 international opens that most casual fans have never even heard of. PGA Tour players are panicking, fall tournaments are collapsing, and the entire qualification system that governed golf's most prestigious event just got blown to pieces. What just happened? Why did Augusta risk everything? And who just got completely screwed by this decision? Let's be clear about something first. Augusta National doesn't do this. They don't make bold moves, they don't chase trends, they don't bow to pressure from tours, players, or sponsors. This is a club that took until 1990 to admit its first black member, and didn't allow women members until 2012. When Augusta finally moves, it's not because they want to, it's because something massive is forcing their hand. And this 2026 announcement isn't just a tweak to the qualification system. It's a complete demolition of the old order, and the fallout is already tearing through professional golf like a wildfire nobody can control. Since its founding in 1933, Augusta National has guarded its traditions with an intensity that borders on obsession. The Masters, with its green jacket ceremony, exclusive invitation list, and iconic course layout, has served as golf's most enduring symbol of stability. Every April, the same azaleas bloom, the same champions return, and the same rules shape the field. For decades, even the smallest adjustment has drawn massive scrutiny from players and fans alike. Major alterations at Augusta are rare, and when they happen, they're seismic. The most notable came in the early 2000s after Tiger Woods redefined what was possible on the course. In response to his dominance, Augusta National lengthened several holes, recontoured fairways, and introduced new tee boxes. The changes, known as tiger-proofing, weren't just about distance. They were about preserving the challenge, ensuring that the course remained a true test for the world's best. That single redesign set a precedent. At Augusta, significant change means something fundamental is at stake. And right now, something massive is at stake. The invitation process has followed the same careful pattern for generations. Year after year, the Masters field has been selected through a blend of PGA Tour performance, world rankings, and a handful of international exemptions. The criteria have evolved only in small, measured steps, never a wholesale shift. Players and fans have come to expect this predictability. The Masters gatekeepers have always favored the familiar over the experimental, reinforcing a sense of reverence that few other sporting events can match. This deep-seated conservatism is why the 2026 announcement feels so explosive. So here's what actually changed, and trust me, it's way more dramatic than it sounds. The new Masters qualification system, effective for the 2026 tournament, rewrites the invitation process from top to bottom. For the first time, 6 National Open championships, the Scottish Open, Spanish Open, Japan Open, Hong Kong Open, Australian Open, and South African Open, now serve as direct gateways to Augusta. Winners of these events will receive automatic invitations, a privilege once reserved almost exclusively for those who triumphed on the PGA Tour or climbed high in the world rankings. That pipeline just got blown up. Starting in 2026, only winners of full-point PGA Tour events and the 6 designated National Opens will see Augusta's gates swing open. The fallout is already brutal. Tournament directors for fall events are reporting a 10 to 20% drop in advanced ticket sales since the announcement. At least one fall event has already lost its lead sponsor, and negotiations for others have stalled as the Masters link disappears from marketing decks. TV ratings for fall tournaments slipped by 8% in late 2025, and player agents have begun steering clients away from fall events entirely, pushing them toward earlier season tournaments or overseas campaigns. If you're hooked on this drama, smash that like button and subscribe because Augusta's decision gets even more controversial. For the players, the calculus shifts overnight. Agents describe a total scramble to rework schedules, with half the field now mapping travel to Tokyo, Johannesburg, or Sydney months in advance. One agent called it a seismic shift, saying the Masters pathway is no longer about steady points accumulation or a hot streak in the American fall. Instead, a single victory in Spain, Japan, or Australia can launch a player from regional contender to global headliner. The winners are clear. International pros and rising stars from outside the U.S. system gain direct access to Augusta's biggest stage. The casualties? The journeymen and fringe PGA Tour players whose once reliable autumn lifeline just vanished completely. Within hours of the announcement, golf social channels absolutely erupted. Hashtags like MastersGate and OpenGate shot to the top of trending lists, with fans, players, and analysts weighing in from every corner of the globe. Some hailed Augusta's move as overdue, calling it a long-awaited recognition of golf's international depth. Others, especially loyalists to the PGA Tour's fall circuit, accused the club of abandoning the very players who kept the Masters pipeline alive in leaner years. Rory McIlroy, still fresh off his playoff performance at Augusta, posted the world's best should have to prove it everywhere. His words landed as both a challenge and an endorsement, sparking further arguments over whether tradition or progress should rule the day. Meanwhile, inside Augusta, the mood was tense. While official statements stressed unity, whispers from club insiders described spirited debate over the decision. Some longtime members worried the new pathway would dilute Augusta's American mystique. Yet the promise of surging international television numbers and broader sponsor interest proved too strong to ignore. For players like Keita Nakajima, a 22-year-old from Japan, the impact is deeply personal. Under the old system, a Masters invite would have required a miracle run or a rare sponsors exemption, with his world ranking hovering just outside the top 100. Now, with the Japan Open winner guaranteed a spot at Augusta, his October schedule carries completely new weight. A single victory could transform his career overnight, offering a glimpse of golf's future, one where a single week can turn a regional talent into an international headliner. But here's what nobody's talking about yet, and it's the most important part. This isn't just about qualification criteria or international expansion. This is about power. For decades, the PGA Tour has controlled access to the majors through its point system, its schedule, and its influence. Augusta just broke that stranglehold. By opening pathways through international opens, Augusta is sending a clear message. The PGA Tour doesn't own golf's future anymore. The world does. And that's what makes this decision so explosive. Augusta isn't just tweaking the rules, they're reshaping the entire ecosystem of professional golf, deciding who gets opportunities, who builds careers, and which tours actually matter. The PGA Tour's fall events just got demoted from major pipeline to afterthought. 6 international opens just became career-defining battlegrounds, and every player, agent, sponsor, and tour executive is scrambling to figure out what this means for their future. Golf's oldest fortress has swung open its gates. As 6 continents gain a pathway to Augusta, national dreams collide on a global stage, reshaping who belongs at golf's summit. The Masters no longer just reflects tradition, it now redefines it. And every tee shot in 2026 will echo far beyond Georgia. The question isn't whether this changes golf, it's whether the PGA Tour can survive what Augusta just did to them.